Hi, I'm James, welcome to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Today's going to be my review or first impressions of these sexy beasts. These are the La Sportiva Mutant 2s. But before we get into this review, make sure you slap that like button below, leave a comment, and if you can subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. Let's get right into the video. I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of the features and specs of the shoe. First, the sizing. This is a size 9 shoe. I'm usually a size 8.5, but when I tried them on the shop, I found that they were slightly small in the toe box. So to save my toenails, I've decided that I'd go up half a size. Now, let's have a look how much these bad boys cost. The La Sportiva retail for about £140 in the UK. However, with discounts that you can usually find online, or like me with a club discount, I've managed to get it down to £119. These shoes are definitely on the pricier side of the spectrum, so I'm really hoping they hold out well on the run. Now, let's take a look at how much these things weigh. So I got here my incredibly scientific weighing scales. This is what they weigh. The Mutant 2 comes in at 342 gram in a size 9. This is slightly on the heavier side when compared to other trail running shoes. Next, one of the main reasons I bought the shoe, the lugs. On the bottom of the shoe, the lugs are a whopping 6mm and are multi-directional and very well spaced. This shoe uses a friction white, super sticky compound. If you feel the bottom of the shoe and the lugs, you'll know what I mean. It's going to give you loads of stability on that really rubbish terrain. Now, let's get on to that super breathable upper mesh. The upper of the shoe seems very durable and very breathable, so in the winter it may be worth wearing some thicker socks with this. And just to add to the greatness of this mesh, it's still very tightly weaved, so it won't allow any debris into the shoe. Next up, the midsole. If you're like me and like a really firm ride on the trail, this shoe could be right up your street. The midsole feels really rigid, so if you prefer something a bit more squishy, this may not be the shoe for you. Another thing that the midsole claims to have is an injection molded EVA. This is meant to help with the push-off phase of your stride. Let's take a look at the stack height. It claims to have a 26mm stack height on the heel and a 16mm stack height on the forefoot. Last but not least, let's have a look at those extra features that the shoe claims to have. An interesting feature with this shoe is that it features a spiral tongue design, which is unlike any other shoe I've ever seen on the market. It's very comfortable and allows a really nice fit on the shoe. You've definitely got to try it. Another interesting feature of the spiral tongue design is that you can actually fit the shoelaces into the shoe. It keeps them stowed away so they don't become any kind of snagging hazard for when you're bombing it down those technical trails. Another thing I like about this shoe is that it has a gator-like design that sits nicely around the ankle. I don't think this will allow much dirt or debris into the shoe, causing any issues there. So now that I'm done giving you the small details, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I now want to get on to how it performed in the Banau Bechaniog, also known as the Brecon Beacons. The route I decided to run these in wasn't the best. It was a 10-mile loop around the Treble Quarry. The terrain was massively varied. I was hopping from deep marsh to loose gravel, jagged rocks to rolling hills. Everything was on this route. I massively underestimated how dirty it was going to be on the trail, because after the first 2 kilometres my feet were starting to look dirtier than Frodo's after travelling through Mordor. I'll leave a link below in the description if you want to visit the area I run in. Just please be aware that it is the Brecon Beacons, so it is very exposed and it's prone to a lot of difficult weather, so please just check before you go and plan accordingly. So now, let's get into how these performed on the trail. Please just bear in mind this is the first time using this shoe, so let me know if you want to see a quick update after 100 miles. Let's have a look why I think this is a great shoe to consider. I found this shoe perform very well with the mix of terrain. I'm incredibly impressed with the grip of the shoes. Even in the worst of the mud, I felt very comfortable and secure on my feet. This shoe is definitely built for those muddy and technical trails where you want those super grippy lugs. On this type of trail, something with smaller lugs just wouldn't have hacked it. In certain places I definitely felt a little bit of slippage, but it was nothing to complain about. I'm also very surprised with the gaiter aspect of the shoe not rubbing my ankles, because I have quite bony ankles, and when I tried them on originally, the gaiter was pressed against it. However, with some good quality running socks, I don't think this will be an issue at all. Like I mentioned earlier, the ride is still very firm with this shoe and you can feel it when you're running. This makes it feel very responsive on the trail. This isn't going to be much of an issue for me personally because my running's mostly done on loose gravel and soft muddy trails. But if you're going for a really long distances with hard surfaces, I'd probably look for something a little more cushioned. Another thing I found with this shoe is that when it was submerged in water and mud, it expelled the water very quickly and the shoe felt great being completely soaked. Now let's have a quick look at the things I didn't like about the shoe. The price. I know a lot of you are probably thinking this is a pretty normal price for shoes these days, but there's still a load of greater, cheaper options available. Even though the laces can be tucked into the spiral tongue, I find that they do find their way out eventually. Having something like Salomon's lace system where it can be tucked away is amazing. It'd be great to see something like that implemented on a future instalment of the shoe. Only time will tell on how long the lugs will last. I'm kind of skeptical on how durable they'll be. We'll find out in my future update video. I'll quickly pop up on the screen the positives and negatives that I've listed, and I hope that you found this video informative. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like, subscribe and comment if you found anything helpful. And don't forget, stay out, stay active, and stay tuned for the next one.